Well, last year with all the controversy that happened with Essence Fest last year, now we know Sundial Media Group is the owner of Essence now, Richard Lou Dennis, and he is not a Black American. We know Essence started as a Black American company. It was sold eventually to Time, and then Time ended up selling it to Richard Lou Dennis. And when we looked at the 2025 Essence Festival, we were like, what is going on here? This is not what Essence has been about. A lot of things that wasn't professional that was happening. Stephanie Mills called them out. People getting out 4 o'clock in the morning because the act's not being on time. It was a hot mess. Well, not having Essence Fest may be on the ticket this year. Why? Because they didn't pay their bills. Let's check this out. So you can see here, Essence Fest organizers under fire over unpaid $456,000 from the 2025 event. Now they say Essence Fest eyes new state funding, unpaid convention and vendor costs raise questions about transparency, priorities, and its future in New Orleans. So they owe money. So let's get to the money. Now Essence Fest is facing renewed scrutiny after financial records reveal a substantial unpaid balance tied to its 2025 event in New Orleans, raising questions as organizers prepare for the festival's next edition. Okay? Now, all these years Essence has been going on, that has never been a problem. And so according to information released to NOLA.com through a public records request, the Ernest N. Morale Convention Center reported Sundial Media Group, the New York-based company that owns Essence, had an outstanding balance of $456,000 related to last year's event. They say that figure accounting for more than half of the total hosting charges for multiple days of programming, including panels, and workshops held over the July 4th weekend. Officials confirmed that a $50,000 payment was made shortly after the balance became public, bringing the remaining account down to roughly $406,000. The convention said the policy requires payment within 30 days of an event. Yeah, that's normally how any event hall or whatever that you use, they wanted 30 days out. As a convention acknowledged his long-standing relationship with the festival, stating it's continuing to work collaboratively with the event's current ownership to resolve the outstanding balance. But beyond the venue cost, a separate source familiar with the situation alleged that more than $1 million is owed to a local production company. A spokesperson for Sundial Media Group disputed the claim and declined to specify the amount owed to the vendors. Now, they say Essence Fest is expected to seek additional funding from Louisiana lawmakers for its 2026 event, but outstanding payments could complicate those efforts. State Representative Jack McFarland, who chairs the House Appropriations Committee, made it clear that financial accountability will be part of the conversations. And any event that doesn't pay its bills after we give it funding, that's a problem. They say despite financial concerns, festival organizers emphasized the continued commitment to New Orleans, citing the event's economic impact. They say Essence representatives said the 2025 festival generated estimated $46.2 million in tax revenue and described their relationship with the city as deeply connected. Well, here's the thing. Well, if you generated that much money for the city, that means you made some money. So why was the convention paid? That I wouldn't even want to step foot in no one's convention center and I didn't pay them. And the vendors, they should have been paid too. 30 days out. If you're a vendor, I don't care who it is. Listen to me, vendors. A lot of you black people too. You tell people, if I'm doing any catering for you or whatever, I need my payment 30 days or at minimum 14 days and take a deposit. Take a deposit. Say, hey, I need 50%. I need 50% up front. And the other 50%, 30 days out. Or 2 weeks out. Don't sit up here and not get paid. Because a lot of times, a lot of black business owners say, oh, it's another black person. Man, look, yeah, we so-called black. Well, he's not Black American, but business is business. And we see so many black businesses get screwed over. Like, for instance, we just talking about business in general. I've known so many people that's got screwed over. My own wife has got screwed over the years. And that's why she has certain policies. If you want something from her, you going to pay for it. You going to pay your deposit. You know what I'm saying? And certain depends on how soon you need it. You may be paying for it up front. That's just the way it is. Why? Because she's got burned before. I've seen when she got burned before by people. or working all day and all night. And then, at first she's like, oh, you just pay me when I deliver. Well, then some people don't even go or whatever. So now you collect up front because that's supplies or whatever. So collect your money, at least half up front. If somebody's serious, they will give you a deposit, bottom line. But Essence never had this problem until it got in the hands of foreigners. He was trying to make it a whole Pan-African festival. Essence was never a Pan-African festival. Essence was a staple in Black America. Now, some people say, well, we got to protect our things and this and that and the third. That's easy to say, but how you protect anything is support it with your dollars. That's how you protect it, right? Now, us here, we're definitely supported by the people, but we're trying to grow our African Diaspora News Channel app so we be completely independent from all these platforms. Do you know how many emails I get at times that say, hey, we'd love to buy your media company? And they be offering some money. And I'm like, no, because they say the people got me. But I can understand a little bit how some Black people sell their business. Because let's say they down bad and they owe so much money and the money not coming in, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and sell, and that's usually how it happens. It's not that they just wake up one day and want to sell their business. So some people just get tired of it and want to get out of it, but that's how they sell their business. So the best way to keep things in our particular community is to financially support it. You can do all the talk you want, but if you're not financially supporting, Essence, well, of course, now it's a little different. But me personally, how I feel about the Essence thing, I think we should just understand that's gone. That's not what it is anymore. And we should, as a community, create something else. We don't do magazines no more anyway. You know what I'm saying? We can create our own festivals. We don't, a new festival in New Orleans or wherever we want to create it at, and make sure people get paid. Because anybody I'm dealing with, I want people paid. I don't want people running around here and say, man, Phil didn't pay me. No. Not individual small businesses, no. Now the big boys, for some reason I owe something, okay, I'll pay you. I'm pay you in payments, but I'll pay you. But if it's, small businesses, no. I gotta get you up front. Especially business in the community. I gotta take care of you. You understand? But yeah, with the Essence situation, when things get sold and they don't get sold to a Black American, these things that happen, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. So, how I looked at it last year, Essence is not what we knew it to be anymore. I look at Essence been gone because when you had Caroline Wenger being the CEO with all her weirdness she had going on, like, come on, she did not embody the Black American spirit. I met Caroline too. She was nice. She was a nice lady. I'm not saying nothing bad about her. I actually met her and took a picture with her. Actually, I've met so many people over the years. I just haven't posted all those pictures I have of people, but I just knew she'll say, okay, she seemed cool. She kind of throwing off, whatever. But she's a Kenyan or whatever. There's nothing against Kenyans. Shout out to Kenya, but she's just not Black American. That's just it. And it's not our culture. And that's why things didn't go, the right way. That's all. But, let me know what y'all think about that. If for some reason Essence happened, we all go. I mean, because it's not nothing that it was going to be on my list to think about for this year. Because what I saw last year, that wasn't it. That's not the spirit of Essence that we all know. That a lot of us, our family would make it a pilgrimage to go to Essence Fest. And now they just kind of ruined it.